Good morning. My name's Annette Lessard. I'm with 9 3/4 Coaching. This is Wisdom Wednesday. I come to you every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Time just to give you some tips and tricks to help you make it through the week. And for the next little while, I'm actually going to be going through the Harry Potter series, which is where I got the name for my company. Of course, 9 3/4 being the platform on which Harry needs to go to Hogwarts and live a magical life. And that has inspired me on so many levels. And so today I kind of want to talk about what does it mean to live. So in J.K. Rowling's book here, this is the first book, The Philosopher Stone, the very first chapter, The Boy Who Lived. It reads, Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much. So, is perfectly normal the way you would like to describe your life? If you were to sit down and write your biography, your own autobiography, at the end of it, do you want to summarize it as that you lived a perfectly normal life? Or would you want it to say that she lived or they lived a perfectly magical life? That everything was magic. They created magic wherever they were. And for me, that's what I want. I want to say at the end of the day, I lived a magical life. A magical life is one where I create my own reality out of the circumstances that are around me, that I create opportunity, that I see with vision and clarity as to what I want for myself, and I work towards it. Now, somebody might say, we're in the middle of COVID. How do I live a magical life? And I think that this can be best summarized by some quotes that I was reading today on being a prisoner of your own mind. And while we might not consider ourselves to be a prisoner of our own mind, but a prisoner of COVID, it's actually not a lot different. So the one that came to mind was Andrew Murphy. And Andrew Murphy wrote, "You were confined only by the walls you build yourself." And so during this COVID time, think about what's going on and that those are only walls that you've created. Much like platform 9 3/4 is a perceived barrier. Where do you want to break down those barriers? What can you do right now? And for a lot of people who've been imprisoned, particularly unjustly, what they did behind those prison walls was to go into their mind and to release the magic that was within it. So that might be educating themselves, it might be getting clarity, it might be breaking down all of the mental barriers that they had created for themselves in that time period. And so this is actually an opportune time for you to look at where can you break down those barriers that are existing in your own mind, and where can you get the knowledge and education you need to move yourself forward. And there's lots of different resources. If you need assistance with that, know that I am available. That's my specialty. I coach in making sure that you break through the barriers, the perceived barriers that you've created for yourself in your life. I hope that this is of insight. I encourage you to mull it over. Send me some comments. Tell me what came up for you. And this is just a conversation. What came up for you? Feel free to PM me if you feel uncomfortable in making it public. I love to hear your comments and see where you are and what's coming up for you. I wish you all the best. Have a great week, and we will see you next week. Take care.